Hello to you and welcome to our Sopa webinar for internationally educated teachers. My name is Martin Bloomrich and I am one of the Settlement Online Pre-Arrival Facilitators here in Manitoba. So hello to you wherever you are in the world. Right now it's the middle of the afternoon in Winnipeg as we record this webinar. Let me take a few moments to tell you about Sopa and what we do before I introduce Tariq Aziz, who is our guest speaker for this webinar. So SOPA stands for Settlement Online Pre-Arrival, and it's an online hub offering guidance and personalized pre-employment supports for immigrants who are destined to come to any province in Canada, except for the province of Quebec. The program is not currently running in that province. And we at Altered Minds Incorporated, who also run the entry program in Winnipeg, are the Manitoba hosts for the SOPA program, which is run from iSANS out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Our courses help new immigrants to develop their job search skills and improve the communication skills for the workplace, and helps them to connect to settlement agencies and services before they arrive. When you register for SOPA, you will have an online meeting with our intake counselor who will be able to provide you with a few very useful things. A needs assessment to just determine what it is that you will need more help with to begin with. An action plan will be developed as a part of your meeting together with our intake counselor, and she will allow you to speak through different topics like maybe childcare, housing, different things about professional associations if you're from one of the professions, and different aspects of education and so on about living in Canada. An action plan will be developed with our intake counselor so that you will have a good idea of what you still might need to do before you arrive and what else you might like to do just after you arrive in Manitoba. While we are based in Winnipeg, we know of services not just in Winnipeg, but throughout the whole province. So, our intake counselor can also give you settlement advice and resources and referrals to different agencies. The main part of what SOPA is 5 online courses. The 5 online courses range in their time requirements from 6 weeks to 3 weeks. Our longest course is called Job Search Strategies, and it is a facilitated online course that helps people understand the job search methods for the Canadian marketplace. It will help you to write a resume that is targeted for your specific job needs, and most people don't realize just how unique Canadian resumes can be from different parts of the world. So you may be saying, I already have a good resume, that's fine, but the resume you have right now, as good as it is, might not meet the Canadian standards, which will just be different, and so you'll learn about that. As well, you'll be learning about writing cover letters and gaining some practice with interview skills. Then we have 2 courses that are both 4 weeks long. They are our soft skills courses, professional communication, and working with others. These courses are important because they help you, once you've achieved the job, once you have searched and found the job, succeeded in the interview, been hired, they will help you keep the job because they will help you understand the differences of workplace culture between your previous workplace culture and your new one. Those are facilitated currently by myself. We also have 2 self-guided courses, and these are 3 weeks long. They are Canadian Workplace Integration and Working in Canada. They are self-guided in that you will sign up and work on the course in the same format as the other 3 that I described, but there is no facilitator there who is marking your assignments or responding to your forum posts necessarily. If you run into troubles with those courses, you will still have help as far away as an email click, and there will be someone who can help guide you through the course. But they're not facilitated, and so they're done at your own pace. But we give about a 3-week window to complete those. If you have any questions about our program, about registering for it and what we do, you can check us out online. The contact information is given in two websites that you will see at the end of our presentation. And so now I'd like to just take a moment to pause and hand the headset over to my colleague, Tariq Aziz. He is an internationally educated teacher who arrived from Egypt about a year ago and is working with our entry program at the moment, but also has had some success in being able to teach in Manitoba classrooms. And so I'm sure you'll benefit from his experience. Again, if you have further questions, please use the contact information at the end of our presentation. I wish you all well as you work on immigrating to Canada.
Hello everyone, my name is Tariq Aziz. I was born into a small family. I have a brother and two sisters. I was born in Asyut, which is a city southern Egypt. All I can say is that I was a committed student. All my teachers liked me and considered me a good student. But my highlight was when I came first in my school when I got my high school diploma in 1994. You won't believe that I didn't intend to become a teacher in the first place. I was planning to study arts and I was very good at drawing and painting. You can call what happened a miracle. Actually, it's a long story, but I'll try to make it brief as much as I can. At the time, we used to stick something like stamps on a big paper board in the order of the desired universities. Every student received one envelope containing one set of stamps of all universities and one paper board to stick the stamps on. I put the sticker of the Faculty of Fine Arts as my first desire, and the Faculty of Education my sixth desire. But after finishing the sticking job, all of a sudden, I felt something that is not good. I felt I made a wrong decision. I heard a voice inside me telling me that the Faculty of Education would be better for you. But by now, I already used all my stickers, and we could not have another set at the time. To my surprise, when I looked inside the envelope, I found another set of stickers and a new paper board. So I changed my desire and I became a teacher. Now I feel relieved and happy that I made that choice, as after taking up this career, I feel I was born to be a teacher. First of all, I use the website of www.edu.gov.mb.ca to know about all the procedures and required documents for the credential assessment process. Since I knew all the required documents, I started to prepare and gather them. First, I downloaded the application forms to fill out and send them to the Professional Certification and the Student Records Unit. Then I prepared the required documents such as the translated transcripts to be sent in a sealed envelope from the university that issued them. A letter of statement of standing and a work experience form signed from my workplace were also required. Actually, issuing my transcripts and having them translated into English, then sent them to the PCSRU was the most difficult and took me around a month to get them done. The fees for my application assessment was $80, 80 Canadian dollar at the time, and the translated transcripts cost me around 250 Egyptian pounds, which is in Canadian dollars like $32. As a matter of fact, I can say yes. They were updating me with every step I took and keeping in touch via email, telling me what was done and what is going to be done as a next step. I was really expecting it to take a longer time than it really took. I applied for it about 7 months before coming here to Canada. Everything was okay and done before my arrival. But for many people, it takes much longer than this. And not everybody listening to our webinar today will get the same results, of course. There are many variables that change what the assessment outcome might look like. I think issuing a child abuse and the criminal records required me to be here in Canada before I get them, or even start the process of getting them. I am so glad I applied for it and did most of the procedures before coming to Canada. Because if I hadn't done this, I would have had to go back to my country to issue all the required documents, and in my country, it is a must to issue them in person. I don't know if it is the same in many countries or other countries or not. However, even in other countries, the documents could be given to a family member, but depending on the university and the country, there may be a long wait time unless a price is paid. So it is best to do what you can do in person before leaving your own country. There was a person who was contacting me via email to keep me updated and to answer my questions. They always respond if you have any concerns or inquiries. It is called a Provisional Professional Teaching Certificate. It means that you are eligible to apply for school divisions in Manitoba and to work as a substitute teacher in public schools. And yes, you need to complete some other credit hours of education work. It differs from one person to another according to the assessment result of the application or the transcriptions you applied. It lasts for 3 years. Yes, I have applied to 2 school divisions and got accepted and signed contracts with them as a substitute teacher. I subbed many times in public schools during the last few months. First, it is best to finish as much of the process as possible before coming here and leave the last step of issuing the child abuse registry and the criminal record checks upon their arrival. That would save them much time and much money. By doing that, I received my certificate after only 1 month after my arrival. My second piece of advice is, as much as possible, try to work on your English skills, especially the listening and speaking skills. I myself came from a country where people do not speak English. Although I used to teach English as a second language, I didn't have many opportunities to practice it. So practicing English is very important. Thirdly, put into your mind that deciding to settle down, work, and live in another country is a step that requires a lot of patience, strength, and determination. And here we go. These are the websites that Martin told you earlier. Thank you so much.